Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is 803 Garage, and a couple things I want to talk about because I had a friend of mine and subscriber ask me how I make my videos. I use iMovie. It's a very basic program. It's from Apple. It's got a few key features I like to use, but some of the things I also like to do is I make sure that I have a great, or at least I try to have a good microphone. Most times we just use our cell phones and then it gets all the wind noise into the recording, and that does not sound good at all. The other thing we can focus on is having great lighting. In this case, I use my garage door opener, which has LED bulbs, nice and bright, equivalent to 100 watt. I think they're like 10 or 13, something like that watt, but equivalent to 100 watt incandescent light bulbs. And that way you get the light all the way around. Now my garage is still a disaster. Anyways, I digress. Some of the things I want to talk about is importing audio and detaching audio files from video files in case you want to change it around, or if you just want to get rid of it altogether, or if you get a video file that you want the audio file from, for example, which I commonly do, you want to detach that audio file, move it around so it's out of the way, and then delete the video file. And the reason for that is because if you delete the video file with the audio file in the same line, it'll delete everything altogether. Let's get into it. We've already opened up iMovie, so I'm going to go into my video files, and we're going to see some tracks that from something I started earlier. We're going to grab a photo. You're going to grab one of those tracks, maybe use the audio off that, who knows. Time lapse, and yeah, that'll be good enough. That'll get the point across. So now we have time lapse. There's no audio to this whatsoever. That's why it's quiet. If we click on that, we get a bunch of options. You'll see that the audio is grayed out. You can't select that, but you can speed up your time lapse. I'm not sure why you'd want to do that, but there it is. Now, if we wanted to grab some audio, let's say, for example, here, we hit the detach button. You saw that in the background or at the bottom right there, and now we can move this anywhere we want, which is great. We just hit the undo button, it goes back to where it was. Now, if we want audio from an outside source, we have to just go done, get out of there, go to here, and then you see I've already brought it up for the banjo. This is a different separate app. There's also apps I can drop in audio. You got all your options here. You can send it to people, you put it in your mail, TikTok, Instagram, whatever. We're going to hit iMovie. We've now hit iMovie. We have two projects. I believe it'd be movie one, and here we are. We go to add movie, and it's right there. Now, when you get this track inside, it's not going to be exactly where you want it to be. So we want to get it to play, and right about here is where we want to split it, and we get rid of that portion of it. Now we want to hit the detach button, which is right there at the bottom, and now we move this. We don't move this far enough, and we delete the video portion of this. The audio portion will go with it. So we'll hit the undo button, the audio portion comes back. Let's get the audio portion out of the way, which is kind of a monotonous track. And once we do that, boom, bang, bing, yep, we can delete that. If it's too close, it might still get deleted. Doesn't look like it. And boom, yeah, we were good. So now we can move this over to the time lapse, and the time lapse will now have that audio track with it. Now, a portion of this, say if it's too loud, you now hit the video, the sound button, and that's now there. We can actually crank this up to 500%. I don't know why you'd want that. I usually bring it down to about 70. 64 is good enough for this. Right now we're in trim mode, so we're able to move this along wherever we want it to be. And the other portion of this is the fade mode. If you want to fade in nice and soft, you can fade it in, and then it'll fade in very, very slowly, and then boom, it's right in. And that pretty much, like, in a nutshell, shows you everything. Transitions are really good. You can do your own transitions. Like, for example, right here, you have slide. If you hit it multiple times, hit different directions and how it slides in. So if I hit that slide, it slides down. We have, then that's a copy over. This is a blend in. So if we hit that right about here, and you get the picture. There's different versions of it. Actually, I get those to one they can convert. There we go. So one whites out, the other one goes to black. This stuff like that. Sometimes I hit none for if I want to do the snap intros, that kind of stuff. I don't have any examples of that right now. I did want to actually put one into this, but I forgot. Anyways, it's where you snap your fingers and bam, it changes into the video. But that's it. So let's get back to the outro. Now we're at out of that whole scenario, just wanted to talk about a few last things. One, if you like what I do here, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And to my fellow YouTuber and friend, if there's anything else I can help you with, let me know. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. But wait, there's more! One of the things you got to think about too is, again, I did say a little bit about where you record, but I'm recording in a garage. My ceilings are open, things can be heard, the cars outside can be heard, but I am using a headset microphone, which I commonly do because it seems to be better than using the phone microphone, which is like deplorable. There's no dead cat on this, obviously, but if you have a dedicated microphone, like a boom microphone or a directional microphone with a dead cat, it will cut the wind because of the soft surround of the microphone. I do have one, I just don't use it very often. Like here in the garage, I got a concrete floor, sound can record off of or reflect off of the car because it's steel. Like sound can change depending on where you're sitting in the garage. Like if you have a tiled bathroom, it's gonna, of course, gonna echo. If you have a room full, like a closet full of clothes, that would probably be the best for recording because all the sound you're producing is going to be absorbed by the clothes and there won't be any reflections. Right now I can hear the upstairs and you don't really want that recorded in your audio too. Again, lighting is key. Your microphone is key because nobody wants to listen to what you heard in the previous one, which was me recorded on this phone, then played for the headset to pick it up, and at that point I used this phone to record it. So it's a recording of a recording, and it's not good. It really does sound like I'm very tinny and I'm going through puberty, to be honest. But I digress. So learn from me, see my mistakes, own it, get better, and you'll be way better in YouTube than I have ever been thus far. As always, take care, have fun, be safe. If you do anything questionable, name it after me. Peace!